Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Afia Fauzia from PBIB and my student ID number is 20400122043. Okay, now I will explain about discourse analysis assignment with the topic discourse analysis and English language teaching. Teaching is a purposeful activity that involves understanding learners' needs, delivering lessons actively, and assessing outcomes. According to Smith, it requires sensitivity to students' backgrounds and emotions, which reflects the importance of pre-teaching preparation. The teaching process itself includes interactive strategies to engage students, while post-teaching focuses on evaluating their progress. In the context of English language teaching, it means guiding learners through a plan and then responsive and reflective process to develop their English proficiency. The three definitions share a common understanding that teaching is more than just transferring knowledge. It is a deliberate act of guiding, instructing, and enabling learners to develop specific competencies. Critically speaking, these definitions suggest that teaching is both a cognitive and relational process. It involves not only the delivery of content, but also the teacher's role in shaping how learners understand and apply that knowledge. And therefore, teaching can be defined as a dynamic and intentional process where a teacher facilitates meaningful learning by addressing learners' needs, creating an engaging environment, and encouraging critical thinking and application beyond the classroom. Observing a classroom reveals that effective teaching involves a series of intentional and structured actions. Based on scholars like Brown, Richards, Tomlinson, and Yassi and Kaharuddin, teachers begin by analyzing students' needs to ensure the materials are relevant. They then set clear objectives that guide the learning direction. After that, they organize the content logically and prepare a detailed lesson plan. These activities suggest that teaching is not a spontaneous act. It is a planned, student-centered process aimed at maximizing learning efficiency and relevance. ELT, or English language teaching, refers to the structured practice of teaching English to learners whose first language is not English. Drawing from Hirsch's idea, the way teachers understand teaching shapes how they act in the classroom. Therefore, defining ELT requires both a theoretical and practical lens. By combining dictionary meanings with classroom observation, ELT can be seen as a professional effort to guide language development through needs-based instruction, active engagement, and continuous assessment. This definition recognizes ELT as both a social and educational activity that adapts to learners' context and goals. Teaching methods are the structured plans or approaches teachers use to guide instruction, while techniques are the specific activities or strategies applied within those methods. According to Smith, methods can be teacher-centered, active or student-centered, and they shape how lessons are introduced, delivered, and conclude. Techniques such as group discussions or drills are used to support the chosen method and make instruction more effective. A teacher selects methods and techniques based on several factors: learning goals, class duration, student needs, and preferred learning styles. Based on my experience, English teaching in Indonesia tends to emphasize accuracy over fluency. Teachers often prioritize grammar drills and written exercises, while real-life communication is rarely practiced. As Smith argues, this creates a disconnection between language knowledge and actual use. Students may perform well on tests but struggle to express themselves naturally or understand the pragmatic functions of English in real conversation. This trend highlights a need to shift from form-focused teaching to more communicative, context-based methods that prepare students for authentic language use. Absolutely, ELT and discourse analysis are deeply connected. Discourse analysis focuses on how language operates in real social interactions, while ELT aims to equip learners with the ability to use English effectively. Since communication is the ultimate goal of language learning, understanding discourse helps both teachers and learners recognize how language functions beyond grammar, such as in context, intention, and cultural meaning. Teaching English without considering how language works in actual use would um, limit learners' communicative and thus incorporating discourse analysis into ELT helps bridge the gap between language form and its social function, making language teaching more meaningful and practical. Thank you. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.